A machine that walks like a horse, runs on hydrogen, and doesn't make a sound. No engine noise, no pollution, just the soft thud of robotic hooves in a future that feels oddly natural. This isn't a sci-fi movie, it's real. Kawasaki, the motorcycle giant, just dropped a hydrogen-powered, rideable robot horse called Corleo, and it's left US engineers completely stunned. Why ditch wheels? Why hydrogen? And what does this mean for the future of travel, war zones, and rescue missions? Stay with us, because what you're about to see might just change how you think about transportation forever. The shocking reveal at Osaka. In April 2025, Kawasaki Heavy Industries unveiled a concept that left attendees at the Osaka Kansai Expo in awe. Corleo, a hydrogen-powered robotic horse. Known for their high-performance motorcycles, Kawasaki's introduction of a quadrupedal robot signaled a bold departure from their traditional offerings. The Corleo, with its futuristic design and advanced technology, captivated audiences and sparked conversations worldwide. The Corleo's design is a fusion of Kawasaki's motorcycle heritage and cutting-edge robotics. Its sleek, aerodynamic body, reminiscent of the company's sport bikes, is mounted on 4 articulated legs ending in rubberized hooves. This combination allows the robot to traverse various terrains with stability and agility, challenging the conventional reliance on wheels for mobility. At the heart of Corleo is a 150cc hydrogen engine that generates electricity to power its limbs. This clean energy approach aligns with global sustainability goals, as the only emission produced is water vapor. The robot's ability to adapt to uneven surfaces and maintain balance showcases Kawasaki's commitment to innovation in mobility solutions. Kawasaki's Corleo is more than a concept, it's a glimpse into the future of transportation. By integrating hydrogen power with advanced robotics, the company is exploring new frontiers in personal mobility. As one observer noted, Corleo represents a harmonious blend of technology and nature, redefining how we perceive movement. Transition. With the Corleo's unveiling capturing imaginations, let's delve deeper into what this hydrogen-powered robotic horse truly embodies. What is Corleo? Corleo is Kawasaki's vision of a sustainable, all-terrain mobility solution. This rideable robot combines the grace of a horse with the precision of modern engineering. Designed to navigate challenging environments, Corleo offers a unique alternative to traditional vehicles. The robot's 4 legs, each powered by electric motors, provide independent movement, allowing Corleo to adapt its gait to various terrains. Its rubber hooves enhance grip and absorb shocks, ensuring a smooth ride over surfaces like grass, gravel, and rocky paths. This legged locomotion offers advantages over wheels, particularly in off-road conditions. Corleo's hydrogen engine not only powers its movement, but also aligns with eco-friendly initiatives. By emitting only water vapor, it presents a clean alternative to fossil fuel-powered vehicles. This approach reflects Kawasaki's broader commitment to sustainable energy solutions across its product lines. The robot's design also emphasizes user-friendly operation. Riders control Corleo through intuitive body movements and handlebars, similar to steering a bicycle. A built-in display provides real-time information on fuel levels and balance, enhancing the riding experience. As Kawasaki stated, Corleo is designed to be an extension of the rider, responding seamlessly to their intentions. Transition. Understanding Corleo's capabilities leads us to explore the engineering marvels that make its legged movement possible. The engineering mastery behind the legs, not wheels. Corleo's most striking feature is its departure from wheels in favor of articulated legs. Each leg is equipped with sensors and actuators that mimic the biomechanics of animals, allowing for adaptive and stable movement across diverse terrains. This design enables Corleo to step over obstacles and maintain balance on uneven ground. The robot's legs are constructed with advanced materials that provide strength without compromising flexibility. Rubberized hooves at the end of each limb offer traction and shock absorption, crucial for traversing rugged landscapes. This biomimetic approach draws inspiration from nature, enhancing Corleo's ability to navigate complex environments. Kawasaki's integration of a hydrogen-powered electric system within this legged framework showcases their engineering prowess. The 150cc engine efficiently generates electricity to power the motors, ensuring consistent performance while maintaining environmental sustainability. This synergy between mechanical design and clean energy sets Corleo apart in the realm of robotic mobility. The company's dedication to innovation is evident in Corleo's development. As Kawasaki engineers have noted, creating a legged vehicle that offers both stability and adaptability required rethinking traditional mobility paradigms. Corleo stands as a testament to this forward-thinking approach, blending robotics and sustainability in a groundbreaking concept. Transition. Having examined the engineering behind Corleo's unique movement, let's now explore how riders interact with this futuristic machine. How you ride it. Corleo isn't just impressive in how it moves, it's also shockingly simple in how it's controlled. Most people, when they think of riding a robot, imagine some complicated console full of buttons, screens, or maybe even remote control apps. But Kawasaki took a completely different approach. They made Corleo feel more like riding a motorcycle or even a horse. You don't need any special training. If you can ride a bike, you can probably ride Corleo. The main controls are two handlebars that look very similar to the ones on a motorcycle. But the real magic happens through body movement. If you lean forward, Corleo moves forward. Lean to the left or right, and it gently turns. It reacts to your posture like it's reading your intentions. This kind of control makes the ride feel natural and hands-on without overwhelming the rider. You're not just operating a machine, you're partnering with it. To keep things smooth and safe, Corleo has a display screen placed right between the handlebars. This screen gives the rider useful info in real time. Things like the current, hydrogen level, ground balance, and even the way your weight is distributed. That last part is important. If your posture is off, Corleo might adjust or alert you so you don't fall or lose balance. At night, it can even project lights onto the ground to guide your path, which is helpful in dark or unfamiliar areas. Kawasaki's design philosophy here is clear. Advanced tech should feel simple to use. One engineer from the team summed it up best, saying, "We wanted Corleo to feel less like a vehicle and more like an extension of your body." That's exactly what this interface does. It blends machine and human in a way that feels seamless. And it opens the door for more people to use it, not just tech experts. Transition. Now that we've explored how user-friendly Corleo is to ride, let's take a deeper look at what's powering this robotic animal. The hydrogen system that's changing everything. Clean energy in motion. What really separates Corleo from every other rideable robot, or even from electric cars and bikes, is what it runs on. Hydrogen. While the world has been busy shifting from gas to electric, Kawasaki is already looking one step ahead. They're betting big on hydrogen, and Corleo is a perfect example of why. It's quiet, powerful, and doesn't pollute. All it gives off is clean water vapor. Corleo runs on a small 150cc hydrogen engine, which converts hydrogen gas into electricity. That electricity is what powers the robot's legs. The engine itself doesn't burn anything, so there's no smoke, no carbon emissions, and barely any noise. This makes it ideal for situations where stealth, silence, or environmental protection matters, like natural parks, rescue operations, or even military use. It's all power, with none of the pollution. Hydrogen also has a big advantage over batteries. While charging an electric vehicle can take hours, refueling hydrogen can take just minutes. That speed makes a huge difference in real-world applications, especially in emergencies. Plus, hydrogen is much lighter than batteries, so Corleo doesn't carry heavy packs that slow it down. Kawasaki isn't new to this tech either. They've already built hydrogen-powered ships, trains, and motorcycles. Corleo is just the latest in a growing line of hydrogen mobility tools. As one Kawasaki executive put it, hydrogen gives us the freedom to think differently. It's not just about clean energy, it's about building a whole new kind of machine. That's what Corleo represents. It's not just using green energy for the sake of it, The hydrogen system changes what the robot can do, where it can go, and how quickly it gets there. It's a tool for a cleaner, smarter future. With that powerful fuel source in mind, let's now take a look at how Kawasaki designed Corleo to blend machine and animal, both in movement and in the way it looks. A design that marries machine and nature. When you first see Corleo from a distance, you might mistake it for a bike with some strange attachments. But once it starts moving, you realize it's something else entirely. Kawasaki didn't just build a robot that works like a horse. They made it look and feel like one too. From the way it steps to the way its body responds to the ground, Corleo moves like a living creature more than a machine. The body is built from a mix of carbon fiber and lightweight alloys, which keeps it strong without being too heavy. This helps it move smoothly but also stay balanced. The seat looks like a trimmed-down motorcycle saddle, with handlebars out front and footrests that adjust to fit different riders. But the legs, the 4 robotic limbs beneath it, are what make it feel almost alive. Each leg is jointed and can adapt in real time to slopes, rocks, or debris. One smart detail is the rubberized hooves at the end of each leg. These give Corleo grip and shock absorption, which means it can handle tough terrain without jolting the rider. It doesn't roll over bumps like a car would. It steps over them, making the whole ride feel calm and steady. That's a huge difference when you're dealing with narrow trails, loose gravel, or sharp changes in elevation. Designing a machine that moves like an animal isn't easy, but Kawasaki has a long history in robotics. They've made humanoid rescue robots and dual-arm factory bots. As one of their designers said, "Nature already figured out the best ways to move across tough ground. All we had to do was learn from it." That's exactly what they've done with Corleo, taken lessons from the world and turned them into metal and code. So now that you've seen how Corleo looks, moves, and powers itself, let's explore where this strange new machine could actually be useful in the real world. Real-world use cases, beyond just a cool invention. At first glance, Corleo might look like something straight out of a sci-fi movie or a futuristic amusement park ride. But Kawasaki made it clear, this machine isn't just built to impress crowds, it's built to serve a purpose. In fact, its biggest potential may lie in areas where regular cars and even drones struggle. The company sees Corleo as a mobility solution for places and situations where wheels just don't work. Think about natural disasters. Earthquakes, floods, or landslides often destroy roads and block paths, making it impossible for rescue teams to reach people. That's where Corleo steps in. Its 4-legged movement allows it to step over rubble, climb small obstacles, and keep moving where traditional vehicles would stall. It could be used to carry medical supplies, help injured victims, or assist in search and rescue operations. It's steady, quiet, and doesn't rely on clean roads or smooth surfaces. Then there's agriculture and forestry. In large, remote areas where heavy machines can damage the land or get stuck, Corleo offers a lighter, smarter alternative. It could carry tools, sensors, or even perform routine land checks. Over time, versions of it could be programmed to operate autonomously, patrolling farmland or wilderness to report on soil conditions, weather, or crop health. A machine like this could also prove useful in developing countries where infrastructure is limited but terrain is challenging. And of course, there's the military angle. While Kawasaki hasn't officially confirmed anything, experts are already pointing out how valuable a hydrogen-powered, silent, rugged robot could be in defense. It could quietly carry troops or equipment through forests and hills without giving away their position. As one robotics analyst put it, this isn't just a ride, it's a platform. And the platform can be adapted for anything from disaster relief to reconnaissance. With more development, Corleo might soon have roles no one imagined just a few years ago. With all these new ideas for Corleo's future, it's worth stepping back and asking, how did Kawasaki even get to this point? The answer lies in their deep, surprising history. Kawasaki's evolution. Kawasaki might be known today for motorcycles and industrial machines, but its roots go all the way back to ships and steel. The company was founded in 1896 by Shozo Kawasaki, a businessman who wanted to build stronger ships after suffering multiple business failures. He opened a shipyard in Tokyo, later moving to Hyogo Prefecture. From there, Kawasaki quickly became a key player in Japan's growing industrial power, building ships, trains, and military gear. In the early 1900s, Kawasaki expanded into making parts for locomotives and aircraft. This move proved to be a smart one. By spreading its efforts across different transportation sectors, the company was able to survive wars, economic downturns, and shifts in global markets. By the 1960s, they were producing motorcycles and heavy equipment, and in 1969, the company officially became Kawasaki Heavy Industries, merging all these branches into one powerhouse. But the real turning point came in 1968, when Kawasaki teamed up with Unimation, the company behind the world's first industrial robot. Together, they introduced the Kawasaki Unimate 2000, Japan's very first robot for factories. This marked the start of a robotics legacy that would span decades. From then on, Kawasaki continued developing new robot models for welding, painting, carrying heavy parts, and more. By the early 2000s, they even started creating cleanroom robots for making semiconductors. That robotics experience laid the groundwork for Corleo. This isn't just some wild new project. It's part of a long evolution. As one senior Kawasaki historian said, "Every machine we've built led us here. From ship hulls to surgical robots, the story is connected." Corleo may look like a strange step forward, but it's actually the result of over 100 years of engineering and innovation. And just like their history in robotics, Kawasaki has been exploring clean energy for years, long before most companies even talked about hydrogen. Kawasaki's deep robotics legacy. Before Corleo, there were decades of robotic inventions that paved the way for this moment. In fact, Kawasaki has been at the center of Japan's robotics revolution since the very beginning. Their first robot, the Unimate 2000, wasn't flashy. It was designed to weld and move parts in factories. But it was revolutionary. It introduced the idea that robots could take over dangerous, repetitive tasks in industrial settings. And that idea only grew. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Kawasaki released one robotic system after another. There was the P series, known for its electric motors, then the J series, designed for fast and precise movements. Later came robots for painting, packaging, and eventually clean room manufacturing. In 2007, they even launched robots that worked in hospitals to move surgical tools and assist doctors. They were moving beyond factories, into daily life. The most famous of these might be the Duaro, a dual-arm robot made in 2015 to work side by side with humans. It could pick up tools, assemble parts, and even mimic human hand gestures. Then there's Hinotawari, their advanced surgical robot that helps doctors perform complex procedures through tiny incisions. These projects proved that Kawasaki wasn't just building robots for tasks, they were building robots that could think, move, and adapt. Corleo is the natural evolution of all that. It takes everything Kawasaki learned about limbs, sensors, balance, and human-machine interaction, and puts it into something new: mobility. And not just mobility in cities or smooth streets, but in nature, chaos, and crisis. As one engineer said during the Osaka demo, "We didn't build Corleo to replace a car, we built it for where cars can't go." That mindset only comes from a company that spent decades thinking about how machines and humans interact. Now that we've traced the history behind Corleo, let's explore why US engineers were so stunned when they saw it, and what it says about the global race in robotics. Why US engineers are shocked. When Corleo was unveiled at the Osaka Expo, it didn't just catch the public's eye. It also got the attention of engineers and analysts all over the world, especially in the US. While the US has led in robotics innovation with companies like Boston Dynamics, most of that innovation has focused on speed, agility, and surveillance, not rideable machines designed for everyday human use. Corleo showed something different. It wasn't built to dance or run. It was built to carry people. What really surprised US observers wasn't just that Corleo walks, but how smoothly and quietly it does so while carrying a human rider. Most legged robots in the US, like Boston Dynamics Spot or Atlas, are either remote-controlled or not yet designed for full human interaction. In contrast, Corleo responds to body movements and keeps itself balanced in real time. It's intuitive, accessible, and made for daily use, not just military trials or tech labs. Another factor that left engineers impressed, and maybe a little nervous, is the hydrogen engine. While U.S. electric vehicle companies have gone all in on batteries, Kawasaki showed a working example of a hydrogen-powered mobile platform. Hydrogen is quieter, cleaner, and faster to refuel, which could be a game-changer in terrain-focused transport or silent operations. As one U.S. tech consultant put it, Corleo isn't just a robot, it's a whole new way of thinking about mobility. The shock wasn't just about tech, it was about how far ahead Kawasaki seems in bringing all these systems together: robotics, mobility, hydrogen, and human-machine interaction into one real, rideable product. Corleo isn't an experiment, it's a signal, a sign that Japan isn't just keeping up, it's innovating in directions others didn't even consider. And that's what really shook the engineering world. Now that we know what stunned the experts, let's answer the big question on everyone's mind. When can we actually ride one? When can we ride Corleo? As of now, Corleo is still a prototype. It's not on sale and Kawasaki hasn't announced a price. But what they have said is loud and clear. This isn't just a concept. It's a long-term project, and they see it as part of everyday transportation by the year 2050. That might sound far off, but the timeline makes sense when you consider the testing, regulations, and infrastructure needed to support hydrogen refueling and robotic control systems. Kawasaki is currently gathering feedback from expos, engineers, and early testers to refine Corleo's design. They've made it rideable now, but making it safe for public streets, trails, or even rescue zones is another challenge altogether. Things like emergency brakes, terrain prediction, and long-distance fuel efficiency still need to be perfected. One insider said, "What we showed in Osaka was version 1, but it won't be the last." What's exciting is that Kawasaki has already done this before. Their robotics division has a history of taking bold, early-stage machines and turning them into commercial products over time. And with the global interest Corleo has sparked, chances are they'll push harder and faster to bring it to market, especially as countries look for cleaner transportation options in hard-to-reach places. In the meantime, Corleo is being used as a tech demonstration platform, not just for mobility, but for hydrogen engine efficiency and legged navigation. It's like a lab on legs. As one Kawasaki spokesperson explained, Corleo helps us test how hydrogen systems behave in motion, in weather, in rough conditions, data we can use across all our product lines. So while you may not be able to ride one yet, its impact is already being felt. And it's that impact, far beyond just riding, that leads us to the big idea behind Corleo: a new way to move without roads. Mobility without roads. Corleo isn't just a new vehicle, it's a symbol of a much bigger shift, a future where people and machines move freely, not limited by roads, paths, or the grid. Right now, most transportation depends on flat, paved surfaces. Cars, buses, even e-scooters all need smooth routes to work. But Corleo doesn't care about roads. It walks, it climbs, it goes where nothing else can. That unlocks a world of possibilities. Imagine remote villages that don't have roads, now accessible by rideable robots. Or disaster areas where the terrain is too damaged for trucks, but Corleo can carry gear, rescue tools, or even people. In the future, legged robots like this could become a standard part of emergency response teams, ecotourism fleets, or agricultural patrols. Not replacing all vehicles, but filling in the gaps where nothing else can go. It also forces us to rethink how we design cities, homes, and travel. If mobility no longer depends on wheels, do we need roads in the same way? Could hiking trails become travel roads? Could power lines be replaced by hydrogen tanks along footpaths? These are the kinds of questions Corleo makes possible, not just for engineers, but for planners, policymakers, and everyday users. Kawasaki may not have all the answers yet, but they've asked the right question. What if we didn't need wheels? As one mobility researcher said, Corleo doesn't just move differently, it makes us think differently. It's not just about transportation, it's about freedom. And in a world trying to balance sustainability, accessibility, and resilience, that kind of freedom could change everything. So as we wrap this up, let's take one final step back to reflect on what Corleo really means for the future we're heading into. A symbol of what's coming, Corleo might be strange. It might even seem unnecessary to some, but every great invention starts out that way. Think about the first planes, the first smartphones, even the first electric cars. At first, they were just ideas. Odd-looking, niche, experimental. But they challenged what people thought was possible. That's exactly what Corleo is doing now. It's not just a robot, it's a preview, a look at what mobility could be like when we break free from the old formulas. When energy is clean, machines are smart, and roads are optional. And it's not coming from Silicon Valley or a secret lab in the US. It's coming from Kawasaki, a company that's been quietly shaping the future of movement for over 100 years. The deeper truth is, Corleo represents a shift in priorities. It's about building machines that work with nature, not against it, that carry people safely, not just quickly, that move quietly, efficiently, and intelligently. In a world of climate change, urban overcrowding, and constant emergencies, these things matter more than ever. As one journalist at the Osaka Expo put it, Corleo isn't just cool, it's necessary. So will we see fleets of robot horses on trails in 10 years? Maybe, maybe not. But the question isn't when, it's why not. The world is changing, and our machines should change with it. Corleo shows us a future that's strange, silent, and smart. And honestly, that's the kind of future we might just need. Corleo isn't just another machine, it's a message. A quiet, four-legged symbol of where human mobility could go next. No roads, no problem, no emissions. That's the point. From disaster zones to rural paths, Kawasaki's robot horse is rewriting the rules. And while the West races toward wheels and drones, Japan is betting on legs and clean energy. The future of travel might not roar, it might walk. If you enjoyed this look into tomorrow's tech, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let us know. Would you ride the hydrogen-powered horse of the future?